Hello, Jim Townsend. My website is at townsend.b, and all my links out onto the internet you can get to from there. I've put a few videos out on YouTube now, and I had a fellow write back and he says, what's this DataMorf program that you keep on mentioning? For many years I was a computer professional until Canada Revenue Agency started going after me, and the first thing they did was call all of my clients to see if they owed me any money, and they destroyed my business. Now the reason they did this, as you know, was because I gave a report of child pornography on the internet to the RCMP, and soon after that we came under attack by literally every government agency known to man. Whenever they destroyed my business, I thought perhaps what I would do is just market my software, and I started an MLM. I tried to get people into marketing it, but I think people really recognized the potential of the program and went about trying to own it, and got involved with lawyers and everything else, and finally I just walked away from it all, and I said, the heck with it, I'll use my software for myself. I've got dozens of databases. I put all of my information in it and link it all together. I built truth tables into it so that you can't lie. It shows you all of the discrepancies and everything else. I put everything in here on how the world turns, people, and all that other sort of stuff, and integrated it together. Now, DataMorf, essentially what it is a three-tier application. Here's a screenshot of it. This is my wife's little computer system. My wife is an iridologist. I'm just going to turn off that light over there. My wife is an iridologist. She's a herbal consultant, and for many years she's been putting all of her information into my DataMorf program. Now, as I said, it's a three-tier application. I've built the penultimate database. You can put any and all of your information into it without redundancy. You see, redundancy gives rise to most of the mistakes that you have within typical databases. On top of my unique database, I have a programmable business layer so that you can use it for absolutely any application. It's like you've got a brain, what can you use it for? Well, you can use it for any discipline. One man's an insurance agent, another guy's a carpenter, another guy's a painter or whatever, and we all use our minds in different manners. Well, this allows you to adapt a database to different scenarios as well. And then I have a graphics user interface that is used for data mining information out of the application. You can just simply click on little graphic icons in order to drill down into your data, so it makes it very easy to get your information back. Most databases are just big garbage cans. They're repositories for information, and trying to get anything out of them that is not nonsense is horrendous. I realized a long time ago that the way that people catalog information in their brain, well, we learned that in grade 5, everything in the universe, people, places, and things. So DataMorf is broken up into people. Here we have a singular person. Here we've got a group of people. Places, this is a physical location. Could be anywhere in the universe, any place on Earth, any address or anything like that. Long ago I programmed it in here that you just click on someone's address and it brings up a mapping system, and it shows you where you are. Then these are just things. This product, it could be any physical asset that you have. It can also be an idea, so it allows you to link people, places, and things together. This here is a picture. So a picture is another thing. Well, a picture says 1,000 words, so that conveys information very quickly, so it's nice to be able to attach a picture to something, like somebody's name or whatever, so you can see what they look like. I've got a little document archiver. You can take any information, a bunch of documents, and it automatically compresses it together, and you can then link it to all of your information in there. And then I've got an email and telephones, communications, so that we can link somebody's telephone or email or whatever to them. I also built in my own browser, so that if you're on a web page, you click on the little spider, it spiders it in for you, and you can link that web page together. And then I've got the all-seeing eye up here. You just type in a search term into the all-seeing eye, and it goes through the database and finds any and all of your information. I've got a little genie in the program. Now that little genie will fly around the program and he'll tell you exactly how the program works. You can talk to him, you can ask him questions, you can tell him to turn on your lights and stuff like this, because I've programmed in access to physical interfaces as well. This is kind of like the computer that you see on Star Trek, where you talk to it, you ask it questions, and you tell it to do stuff and all that sort of stuff. Now this is in its rudimentary form. I thought at one point in time that I was going to be an exceedingly rich man by inventing this. You know, here we are on the advent of humaniform robots. What better to use for a humaniform robot than a software emulation of a human brain? Unfortunately, an awful lot of other people recognized it as well, and I just got undermined in all of my attempts to market it. I found out about friendship and money and lawyers and all that other sort of stuff, and finally, disgusted with the human race, I decided, well, I'll just use it for myself. You know, I put together an MLM. I wanted other people to market it. I wanted to give people a 50% cut for selling it, and be able to provide jobs for themselves by going in and helping people put their information on it. I've got a genealogy database that I've created that I got 2,500 family members in it. You know, there's a lot of people into genealogy. Show them how to do that. You can use it to program literally anything. But as I said, I finally got disgusted and just walked away, and now I use it for myself. I do all my research with DataMorf. It's got truth tables in it. You can't lie to the application, because it'll show you where there's inconsistencies. And so we have entities and relationships is basically all that it links together, and everything is discrete ideas all linked together by these relationships. Now the relationships, whenever we think about things, we have to see the relationships that exist between discrete ideas and thoughts and stuff like that. And those relationships are really common sense, because when something doesn't make common sense to you, what that means is you can't see the relationship between it. You see, we're so mind manipulated to have faith in everything rather than to be able to intellectually understand anything, that a lot of people can't even think about, you know, how they would use their brain or whatever. Now, I built a lot of little calculators into DataMorf as well. I've got this little decalator down there. If you were to, let's see if you can find that cursor floating around here, if you were to click on this little decalator, you'd find in there all of, get it up into there, all different calculators for calculating pretty well anything. I got a distance calculator, area, volume, weight, temperature, color, a business calculator capable of making any business calculation, tax and markup calculator. You can graph any function mathematically. I've got a gravitational attraction calculator, so that you can calculate the gravitational attraction between any two things. Now the reason that I put these in there is they're different disciplines, and these calculators are exposed internally to the little genie. I also have a scripting interface so that you can program and extend it using the scripting interface, and also the little genie within it can program using the scripting, so that this adapts itself to a situation and starts once it learns, it starts programming and coming up with its own solutions to situations. They can all be linked together globally. You could have a computer system intelligently running absolutely everything for you. Now, like I said, my wife is an iridologist. She's a herbal consultant, so she's used this for the last 10 years to put absolutely every bit of information, medical information, herbs, and all that other sort of stuff. So regardless of what sort of a medical condition you have, she can just enter it in there, and she can give you any information about it, and herbal remedies, and all sorts of things like that. Like I said, I have a physical interface in it so that you can just talk to it, tell it to turn your lights on and off, just like the Star Trek computer. Of course, it's not quite as fancy, because the Star Trek computer is just some guy sitting in a box talking, whereas this is an actual computer system. So this is in its rudimentary form. Another thing that I've built into it is a 3D scrollable interface, so that this will allow you to link everything together and see it in 3 dimensions. I once envisioned that you could have, wear a little wrist computer and put on a pair of computer glasses that would allow you to have an overlay on your environment. Talk to your computer as you're going along and talk back to it. Well, I guess I run out of my 10 minutes for YouTube here, so thank you very much for paying attention. Peace, y'all. Love you.